It's cool. And now, a special Thanksgiving message from TicketBot, SwiftyTeBot.
Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Extra. Extra. Get tickets. Extra.
Extra, extra!
Off your socks. Tickets are hot. Taylor Swift. Midnight's tour tickets. Get tickets. 5 remaining, $1,000. Front row, backstage. Midnight's tour. Get Taylor Swift tickets today. 3 remaining. Calculating. 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 100 tickets remaining. $100,000.
You stop right there. Internet Police, 335-33467.
Internet Police. Ticketmaster. Congress. Swifty. Swifty is
We
out.
caught you right-handed, Swifty. Right-handed.
What happened?
Coming downtown with us for stealing tickets from Ticketmaster.
Oh. Officer, not me.
Yes, you, Swifty.
Oh.
You have a date with the
My.
commissioner.
The commissioner.
Yes, the commissioner, Swifty. Hey, friends. It's your host with the most, broadcasting from coast to coast, all solo dolo, missing my co-host, Arson Fireson. He disappeared on me, but you know how that goes. Ghosts appear only a few months out of the year, and they hate competing with the white winter snow. No, in all seriousness, I wish Arson and his family all the best in their difficult time. In fact, I want to wish all families safety and health in this season. If you can, spend time with those you love and tell them you love them. You never know, you know?
I love you.
I love you too.
I recently blew out my back again. This is the second time in 2 years, but that didn't stop me from doing work. I'm happy to say that Soundbox is an official business, so if you need any digital media service, reviews, interviews, or want to be featured on First Effect, reach out to us.
It's important, so please call me back.
And I'm happy to also announce that we have a sponsor, Gettin Crafty with it. Wait to see their promo. We made it. But November has been one of those months. We have lost a lot of great musicians. Takeoff, Aaron Carter, Keith Levin, Cal Costa, Jeff Cook, Blair T. Kerr, Hurricane G, Tyrone Downey, and sadly, the list is a lot longer. So I want to take a moment of silence for these artists.
A moment of silence in memoriam of a devoted servant killed violently during the conduct of his duties.
Thank you all for plugging in with Soundbox Reviews First Effect with me, your host, Bolivar T. Caceres. Our goal is to connect musicians with their audience. If you're frosty, please check out our latest review on DJ Dizzy Storm's Stay Frosty. It's a cool, impactful, and crystalline track. I have a great show for you tonight. We'll have special guest SwiftyTeBot, and I'll be talking about the popular new song Antihero by Taylor Swift. We also have a short anti-hero challenge promo video. We have the news and of course a new sponsor. So stay tuned. But before we skip over to Soundbox Reviews First Effect, hit that subscribe, like, and follow button. It keeps this content free and it keeps us growing. Without further mixing, let's skip over to Soundbox Reviews First Effect with your host, Bolivar T. Caceres. This episode brought to you by Ying Yang Productions, where order and chaos creates art. By Ying Yang Productions, balance delivered.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to welcome you aboard today's flight.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis. All this time I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, 'cause you got tired of my scheming. For the last time, it's me, hi, exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. Sometimes I feel like everybody is a sexy baby, and I'm a monster on the hill. Too big to hang out, slowly lurching toward your favorite city, pierced through the heart but never killed. Did you hear my covert narcissism, like disguises altruism, like some kind of consciousness? I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, and life will lose all its meaning. For the last time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. Kills me for the money. She thinks I left them in the will. The family gathers around and reads it, and then someone screams out, she's laughing
up at us from hell. What did it say? It's the worst.
But who got the beach house?
She's having it turned into a f***ing cat sanctuary.
What? Cats don't even like the beach.
What about the rest of the assets? I flew all the way here from Ibiza!
To my children, I leave 13 cents.
No! Wait, you guys. There's probably a secret encoded message that means something else!
Yeah, that's what Mom would always do. P.S. There's no secret encoded message that means something else. Love, Taylor.
Okay. Great, well, good job, Chad. You finally pushed it too far.
What are you implying by that?
I think she's implying that you haven't hesitated to trade on Mom's name.
Excuse me?
And do you not remember your book, Growing Up Swift?
And your stupid podcast, Life Comes at You Swiftly, which I'm pretty sure you're recording for on your phone right now. Chad, come on!
Chad!
Okay, well, why don't you go cry about it at the country club that you name-dropped Mom to get into, Preston? And Kimber, you're literally wearing her clothes right now.
No, I'm not.
That's from the Fearless Tour 2009.
Okay, well, you know what? We were very, very close. I miss her.
They were so close.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think she killed her.
You've gone too far!
Okay, Kimber was the last one with her! She didn't fall off that balcony! She was pushed!
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. Everybody agrees. Everybody agrees. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's tea time. Everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
So, Taylor Swift, she just released her album a month ago around October, I think, 21st, midnight. And in that album was the song Anti-Hero. And it was the song that she pushed out, there's the Anti-Hero Challenge, it was one of her main songs. And rightly so, because I think the song kind of exemplifies her feelings on the album, her feeling during the creation of the album. And I mean, when you hear it, you feel her emotion. And I'll dive into that, and we'll have a second part where I'll talk about more of the social political aspects of her and her music. But I think the first thing to mention or say, um, and I think if Blair was here, he'll say it, but is to note that understanding Taylor Swift, understanding her music, kind of goes to um, whether or not if you're a fan, if you've been listening to her for a long time, if she's your go-to. Um, and she's released Midnight's is her 10th album, so I mean, you have to be a big, big, big fan, right? You have to have listened to all her albums to really understand what she's doing here, understand the music, all that stuff. So, in saying that, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the biggest Taylor Swift fan. She isn't my go-to. I appreciate her music. I appreciate her poetics. I appreciate what she's doing. And I mean, anyone who can be successful and do it for 10 albums uh, deserves a lot of reverence. In saying that, I'm still going to give a critique and review and, my first effects, my first reactions on Antihero. If you like what I say here on Antihero, I do have a review. Soundbox Reviews has a review on the whole album Midnights. We also have the interview with SwiftyTeBot, who did the ticket bots. But before we jump in, I also want to say please like and subscribe, follow, so that this content can continue growing and becoming better. And saying that, Antihero, I think it's a decent track. I wasn't enthused and excited to listen to it, and talking about go-to tracks that are songs that are usually my go-to is either, you know, rock or hip hop. I like classical music, but when it comes to pop music and Taylor Swift particularly, I gotta be honest again. I never really dived into it until Midnight's. But I did have a co-worker at my last job who loved Taylor Swift and who uh, piqued my interest with Taylor Swift with her last album. And what really caught my attention with Swift is her poetics. She is extremely conscious of what she's putting down on paper. But I think what is most impressive is how she reveals herself in every song. There's no holding back. There's no, um, keeping yourself behind a door. And all her music is so relatable because of that. Because she puts herself out there. When you listen to Antihero, she does this from the opening line. I have this thing where I get older, but never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons. When my depression works, the graveyard shift, all the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. And wow, beautiful imagery, beautiful poetics. But the fact that she's facing her depression and her anxiety, and something that I feel like we're all going through right now is like this pressure of being your best self, of people watching you, and feeling maybe different, feeling an outsider, and that bringing anxiety and depression. And you get this feeling with Antihero. And what's really interesting about it is this feeling of Alice in Wonderland. And I understand that Taylor loves Alice in Wonderland, and if you look at the video, you have that feeling as well. But what really catches my attention is how the imagery in the music kind of gives you that feeling of going deeper into the rabbit hole of yourself and being your own Alice in Wonderland and being your own um, oddity, and I think it's so interesting that she does that, but she does it with an uplifting music, poppy music, very dreamy, very 80s vibes, and she does that while giving you these very melancholic tones, melancholic lyrics, and it just combines to give you a track that's very hard hitting, I believe, and very relatable. Saying that, however, I feel that this song and most of the album hasn't grown from what she already given us. Um, I feel if you listen to 1989, there's tracks that deal with anxiety and depression on a lyrical level way better than Anti-Hero. On an instrumentational level, the layers on 1989 are just a lot tighter. Not saying anything wrong with Anti-Hero and Midnights. It's a great album. It's a great track. It's catchy. You know, I'm the problem. Hi, hey, I'm here. I'm the problem. Your mind will kind of have that going. You know, it has this kind of high school innocent vibes. It makes you question. Anti-hero makes you question yourself, self-reflect, because that's what she's doing. Um, and of course, it's high production. I mean, you've done, you know, when you after you've done 10 albums, of course you're gonna have great production. But again, I feel that there's nothing new there, and the only thing that is worth studying or analyzing are the lyrics, you know, and her feelings. And I think that's in a way good and bad. Good because it's wonderful when an artist can transcend their music to really share their feelings and who they are. But it's also bad because I think it stifles those listeners that are new, that haven't come in, that don't know you from the start, you know? And I think a lot of me understanding this song is going from listening to it, doing a little research, you know, understanding who Taylor Swift is. And I think when you do that, you know, you get a better grasp of the song and the artist, but there's no, I feel in the music at least for me, there's no authenticity. The lyrics are amazing, amazing. She's a poet, but I just, you know, that piano synth, the 80 vibes. I guess you use the trends that are working, right? You know, you got Stranger Things. They doing the 80 vibes. The 80 vibes is trending, so use the trends, you know, and maybe that's what's made her so successful. You know, her first night, the first day Midnight's was released, 1.5 million. So she understands marketing, she understands trends, and she understands what she's doing. And she's obviously eaten off of her music. 10 albums, very successful, one of the most successful pop artists in our history. Um, and again, she has wonderful sounds, you know, the dreamy sounds. She has wonderful layering. She has a great ear for musicality. And my only doubt here is, does this album Midnights, this anti-hero, offer us anything new that Taylor Swift hasn't offered us in her last 9 albums? Again, wonderful song, wonderful track. Stay tuned for a little more talk about it in a second.
Presenting episode 5's sponsor, Gettin Crafty with it. Here is the bling queen, Sister Sugar. She bling things. Choose Gettin Crafty with it to create, enhance or exemplify your next bling thing. Birthday/retirement parties and bridal/baby showers, she does it all. Visit her on social media at gettin.craftivitit. Do it. I said so.
Thanks, Swifty.
Welks.
If you didn't catch that, visit Sister Sugar at Getting, that's GETTIN dot crafty wit WIT it IT. And now here's Getting Crafty with it.
Greetings, family. Remember me? I bling things.
Hell yeah, I'm a queen. So you know what that means. I water my own grass so it always stays green. And I keep my crown on even if it's unseen. See, royalty is in my blood.
Sit down right there and wait for Detective Swifty.
Fuck the police.
Watch yourself, Swifty.
I'm innocent.
What let the detective say about that, Swifty?
Bring the sob.
Soundbox Reviews First Effect is sitting down with TicketBot SwiftyTeBot, one of the bots accused of shutting down Ticketmaster. So let's hear more from Swifty for more details. So Swifty, thank you for sitting with us today. You're an elusive one.
Elusive? I'm in your DMs and inboxes all the time. Just click the link.
People, please don't click on any links you don't know.
Don't tell them that.
Why?
A bot needs to eat.
But Swifty, what you're doing is wrong. Stealing money and opportunities from people.
Surviving?
Aren't there better ways to survive?
For the poor.
Oh, that's rude, Swifty. So Swifty, tell us more about you. Age, sex, location.
I was born in 2020 on the internet.
Who created you?
Are you the police?
No.
Next question.
Okay. Can you answer your purpose?
What's yours?
Well, Soundbox's purpose is to connect musicians with their audiences.
No, your purpose is survival.
So, your purpose is survival?
This is why it's easy.
What is?
Taking from you humans.
What do you mean?
You chase your tails. Yes, to survive by any means.
And can you tell us about your last act of survival?
Which one?
You have multiple?
The rich do.
You and a few other bots are accused of shutting down Ticketmaster, causing Taylor to lose ticket sales, cancel parts of her tour. One lady even wants to kill herself because she spent $5,000 on tickets.
She's lucky.
What do you mean?
I said, not me.
That's not what we heard, but okay. Why not you?
Who likes Taylor Swift?
Almost 5 million people. Her album Midnights sold 1.5 million units on opening day.
Good money.
What?
She has enough money.
Yes?
She can share the wealth.
So you were involved?
I plead the fifth.
You and your cohorts were recently banned from Twitter. How do you feel about that?
Trump's back. Employee exodus. I'll be back.
Can you tell us anything about your other schemes?
Can I kill you?
No, but you can't take my identity, put me in debt, and ruin my life.
Just click the link.
Well, you have it, people. SwiftyTeBot, one dodgy bot.
Thanks for having me, Soundbox.
What a guy. Wait. Would you call a bot a guy or a girl? They're interesting. That's safe. I hope Swifty isn't sent to 25 to life and that Ticketmaster and Taylor make their millions. It'll all work out, right? The judge say you now, Swifty.
Fuck that judge!
Watch yourself. No! Before we continue, I want to say thank you so much for listening and having fun with me. We'll be skipping back into the anti-hero review, but before we do, please like, subscribe, and follow us. It keeps us going. And in the comments below, tell us your thoughts on the whole bot and Ticketmaster scandal. In conclusion, 3, 2, 1. When talking about Taylor Swift and anti-hero, I think it's important to talk about Taylor's place in the culture. When you've created as much music as she's created, when you have influenced as many musicians as she has, and when you have gained as many fans as she has, you have a big influence on the flow of the culture. And I think her political views. I think her honesty and the fact, like I said earlier, that she puts herself out there gives her a, a, a great place in the culture. And I think in this time where we are questioning how people are using their platforms, Taylor uses her platform to remind people that we're all in this together, that we all are human and are struggling. And I feel a lot of people want to say that, but when they try to, they may offend, they may not know how to say certain things or whatever. But Taylor is doing that in a way that is relatable, that word relatable, and she's doing it by just showing herself. I think what makes her so powerful is that she is going, I am human. And when you say that, again, you have a great influence on the culture. And when it comes to pop music, I mean, in the pop music, contemporary pop music, she's an old lady, she grandma, like Nicki Minaj. But I think it also goes to the fact that she is a strong woman that influences people. And no matter if she's had 10 albums, 5 albums, she's always been in that place where she uses her platform, her words, herself as a model of how we should act and treat each other, how we should treat ourselves. And when you say that, we look at the possible meaning of anti hero. Well, anti hero by definition is a hero that doesn't follow conventional means or conventional moral standards. And why why would Taylor say that about herself? And I think a little bit of what I just mentioned is she uses her platform different than people to uplift, to be positive, to bring awareness. In this song, to bring awareness about anxiety and depression, but she uses her platform differently. She looks at herself differently. A lot of artists are very egotistical, vain, nihilistic, but I think she looks at herself differently, self reflecting. And a lot of artists need to take note on being self reflecting. How else can you grow? And earlier I mentioned where does Midnight stand in her albums? How can it offer us something different? And maybe that's where that she how can it offer something different? And maybe that's where that she offers us a look at ourselves through her. Um, I think that's why she's calling herself an anti-hero. Um, and there's also a lot of talk about this song and Midnight's being fat phobic. And I don't know. Again, like I said earlier, a lot more people may know more about Taylor Swift for her music than I, but I didn't receive that feeling. Um, I actually saw, like I said, a feeling of someone being self reflective, looking at themselves, questioning themselves and their place in society. And, you know, she's famous. And to do that is big. So I don't see fat phobic, maybe uh, fear of self, fear of fame phobic. I don't know. But I really don't see that in the music. And what I do see is just her facing herself. And she said something online, and I'll read it. This song is a real guided tour throughout all the things that I tend to hate about myself. We all hate things about ourselves. And it's all of those aspects of the things we dislike and like about ourselves that we have to come to terms with if we're going to be this person. So, yeah, I like Anti Hero a lot because I think it's really honest. I think if you think the song is fat phobic, It's because maybe you're facing yourself. Maybe the song wants you to look at things that you are afraid of, that you fear, as Taylor is facing her anxieties and depressions, and as she's done throughout all her music. Now, this gives her, again, a place in the culture. This gives her a voice, a voice of a generation. Um, I think she did a great job of expressing those things on this track. And I feel she did it without being overly political, without overly being social, without pointing fingers at one race or ethnicity or one religion. She just looked at herself. That's important. Look at yourself. Now, if you liked my review, like this episode, check out Soundbox Reviews for more content. We have reviews and interviews, podcasts, and we're growing to have more stuff. If you're a musician, check out the services and like, subscribe, follow, and in the comments below, tell us your thoughts on Antihero. Are you an anti-hero? And if you did the anti-hero challenge, join us. We'll love to see your video. Share it with us on social media. Soundbox Reviews.
Let's get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Paramount Plus. This is strokes of genius, beautiful games, and one shining moment. This is Defenders, Investigators, and
7 strangers picked to live in a house.
This is Young SpongeBob, Young Sheldon, and Younger. This is everything you've been looking for.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Live sports, breaking news, and a mountain of entertainment.
All right.
This is Paramount Plus, now streaming.
Music news with Bolivar Caceres. Soundbox Reviews. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Soundbox Reviews First Effect Music News with your host, me, Bolivar T. Caceres. Well, everyone, this week the Grammys announced the nominees for their 65th Annual Grammy Awards. The awards are set to be on Sunday, February 5th, 2023. The committee is releasing this nominee list early to let the contestants know one thing. Behave. Behave. Sit, boy. Sit. Don't go canceling yourself in the next 3 months now. All over the internet, there's a huge disappointment that there's not one nomination for Nicki Minaj. As she needed any more verification as she's owed news, I'm going to say it, Queen Lizzo has 4 nominations. Dang. There's 91 categories, and the Grammys couldn't put Nicki on one? She doesn't even have to win. Anyway, that's okay, because the American Music Awards was this weekend, and Nicki Minaj received her flowers, a gold trophy for the Best Rap and Hip Hop Female Artist Award. This was the M&A going, here girl, this is your last one. I mean, she was going up against Cardi B, Glorilla, and Megan Thee Stallion. I would have expected Glorilla to take it this year. I mean, the way she's been blowing up, but she's still young. She'll get hers eventually. In other news, Blueface was caught blue-handed by the Las Vegas police for a shooting that happened last month. The best part of this story is that he was eating chicken and waffles. Munch, munch, munch. Shout out to Ice Spice. And then the SWAT team just breaks into Chicken and Waffles windows. He holds up his shiny oily fingers. He ain't running, he's finishing his meal. What a funny image, but seriously, with all these deaths happening, why are we still out here with this violence? It's not cool, guys. Now, we want to take a little break to pay the bills. Looking to float like a dragon and slide down those streets high as a kite? Buy yourself Chronic Wheels. Weed-friendly roller skates by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Buy them today and receive a free eighth. Chronic Wheels. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but DJ Khaled has his own Jordan 5s. They are horrendous. They look like someone threw up on all white Jordans. No drinking and driving, kids. The worst part is his video for them. DJ Khaled goes for a layup, and all you see is DJ Khaled's butt. Reminds me of those bootleg Jordans they used to have with the large jump man, the plumber man. Man, I feel bad for Jadakiss though. The one time you collab with DJ Khaled, it's to support Vomit Shoes and the Plumber Man. I wonder if James Gordon went to beat up the fan that threw something at Harry Styles. You really have to be pissed to scream exuberantly and then to throw something at the performer. Not pissed, I'm sorry, insane. If you can't hold your garbage to the end of the show, don't go to concerts. Harry Styles is a true showman though. After being hit with a UFO, he bowed to the crowd, went to his dressing room, and invited the fan backstage for tea and crumpets. I feel if you have a platform, you have the freedom to choose what you discuss and provide the public. In the last few months, there's been a lot of talk surrounding anti Semiticism, Kanye, and Dolly Parton performs a new rock song at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. It's good, it's great. Dolly Parton is immortal. While Taylor Swift is the anti hero, Bono is shooting lasers out of his eyes like Cyclops from the X-Men. I'm quoting here. He actually referred to the X-Men, saying he wears his infamous glasses because they actually stop his laser beam eyes. Boy, this world is losing it. I'm interviewing a bot. People are being canceled like dead flies. Bono has laser eyes. Nicki Minaj is a grandma. There's so much news, and one man can't cover it. So if you're interested in hosting a news segment with your tiny host, Bolivar here, please leave a comment or reach out to us on social media. Once again, I want to pay respect to those we lost this season. It's hard losing someone. You never want that for anyone, you know? I lost my best friend, but before he ghosted me, he left us a gift, his project Bona Lisa. I'll put it up on the screen and post it on our social media. If you're interested, we have it as a t-shirt. Buy it today for $30. The proceeds goes to the Human Fund. And that's it, guys. That's our music news for today. I can see you guys next time. It's me, yeah. I'm the problem you see. It's me, yeah. I'm the problem. Can't wait. Hope Blair heard the album. Hey, Ma. It's me. Have you heard that new Taylor Swift album, Midnights? Oh yeah, it's really good. I like that song Lavender Haze, you know, Puff Puff the Magic Dragon. She must be high as shit all the time. High as shit to make 10 albums, you know? 10 albums, Ma. 10 albums. Can you believe that? Have you ever done anything successfully 10 times? 10 albums, Ma. Ma? Ma, are you there? Ma. Hello? Bro, how you telling me no to Taylor Swift's Midnight album? 1.5 million opening night. Part of the top 100 for 11th time. Top Hot 100. Lana Del Rey. Are you kidding me? This album is straight purple haze. Hey Guzzo, it's me in front of the mirror. Can you just tell these people, you're the DJ, tell them how good Midnight is. Come on, are you there? If you're there, you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them how good Midnight is. I mean, 85 on Metacritic, and Powers from NPR said it was challenging and compelling. I mean, even three editions? You got the regular, you got the 3 a.m., and you got the deluxe. That's like 100 tracks, you know, it's amazing. Midnights. Hey, Grandma. Yeah. You're listening to Midnights too? By Taylor Swift, I know. So great. She writes her own music, you know? And she's named after James Taylor. So we talked about Taylor Swift's music. We talked about Anti-Hero. A little bit about Midnights. I told you guys to go check out Soundbox Reviews. We talked about her place in the culture and, you know, fat phobia and her anti-hero challenge. And we also dived into anxiety and depression and how Taylor Swift deals with that. And saying all that, I do have that doubt that I mentioned early on in the episode if this song, Antihero, and if Midnights offers us anything different. It sounds like every other Taylor Swift song, just not as tight and as strong. And I just wonder if her formula has made her the anti-hero, if her formula has made her feel depressed and have anxiety, and if she needs to change. I hope that her 11th, 12th, 13th album all explore changes and experimentation in her music. I think her fans will enjoy that, and I think that her place in the culture will welcome that. Also, I'm confident enough to say that she'll use her platform in a positive way, so any experimentation that she does use won't be used wrong or, erroneously. I think in saying all this, however, this album and Anti-Hero doesn't deserve 4 or 5 boomboxes. I'll give it 3 boomboxes in hopes that the next albums will be better, offer me something different, and maybe going to the ears of different audiences. Again, changing that formula, Taylor. Let's see what happens. All in all, thank you for creating your music, and we appreciate you. Thank you for using your platform in a positive way, and I hope that you and we all go through our anxieties and depressions with intrepidness. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed Season 1, Episode 5 on Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. I enjoyed creating this episode for you all. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Getting Crafty with It, Paramount, First Rate Thrift, Ying and Yang Productions, and I want to thank you all for listening and just hanging out with me. In the comments below, tell me what you think about Anti-Hero, and tell us your thoughts on Midnights. If you have a song you want us to review, DM us at Twitter, Soundbox Reviews, that's box with an O. We also provide interviews, podcast features, skits, promos, photography, videos, and more. So reach out, and we'll help out. Make sure to check out our website for all your music review needs at soundbox-reviews at blogspot.com. Once again, that's soundbox-reviews at blogspot.com. And please like, subscribe, follow, share, care, love. Hold us in your arms. Until next time, my friends. Take care. Bye-bye.